Coming up on the Lakeside Loop, Easter is right around the corner. Girls soccer has started, Grandy event and prom are coming up, and 2 not so familiar faces. The Loop starts now.
What do you think about when you hear the word Easter? Maybe egg hunts or Easter baskets? When I think of Easter, I think of all the blessings God has given me. Here at Lakeside, we get to hear about those gifts every single day. Let's take a look at what Easter means to some of the staff.
What Easter means for me is knowing that Jesus rose on that 3rd day, that someday when I rise from the dead, because of what Jesus did, I get to meet my grandma that I never met. I get to see my cousin Anderson, who passed away again. I get to see, as we get older, I'll get to see my other loved ones that'll pass away as time goes on, and it's because of Jesus. Because he died on that cross and because he rose, I know all of us will rise one day with him as well. And that's what Easter means for me.
Easter means comfort. It means that it just brings you peace and joy that the Lord lived his perfect life and that he rose again for us 3 days later after he died on Good Friday.
Easter to me is just pure joy. It's the idea that God sent his Son into the world to take up the sin of everybody. He took up the punishment for me, for you, for everybody. And the proof that all sin had been paid for is when Jesus came up out of that grave. And now we have that assurance too that someday we will rise out of the grave to be with all other believers in heaven.
So I was emailing the band and choir directors today, getting things ready for the Easter concert, and I told them how that is always my favorite part of Holy Week, is getting to hear especially the choir sing and hear the words that bring to mind everything that Jesus did for me this Holy Week. It sets the tone for me, and it really gets me ready for the rest of my week and how I prepare to worship my Savior and thank him for everything that he's done for us.
Wow, God's blessings are truly amazing. Every year, Lakeside holds a fundraiser called Grand Event. Grand Event raises money for all the different departments at Lakeside. There are still tickets for sale if you're interested in attending the in-person event, which will be an open house at the Hayloft in Watertown. If you are more comfortable bidding from your couch, anyone can register as a bidder to buy raffle tickets or donate to a need. Beginning on Monday, bid on several auction items and baskets. All the info can be found at Lakeside's website under the Giving tab under the Grand Event link.
2 years ago, we were celebrating May Banquet in person with lots of dancing and music. 1 year ago, we were online and students had to dress up for classes. This year, we are back to normal and will be in person for May Banquet. To learn more about May Banquet, we talked to Lori Tetzloff.
We're probably, just like school, we'll have to wear masks. And other than that, dress code is normal. So, April 19th through the 23rd. During lunch period, make sure you get your tickets.
Thank you so much. And remember to get your tickets.
Open Gym has started for girls soccer. After missing last season, there are a lot of very excited players to get back onto the field. We spoke to Mrs. Ewer about the season.
I think it's been a continuation of just the anticipation and excitement of a new season. I think they're really looking forward to picking up where we left off now 2 years ago and continuing to build those relationships with each other, continuing to grow together, to really just continue what we started 2 seasons ago and build on the things that they learned in that season and keep going this year. I see a lot of talent in our group. We're really, really excited now that we've gotten about a week or almost 2 weeks now into practices, just kind of starting to create a positive team mentality of continued learning and growing together. And I think this is the season that we might actually win a postseason game. We're looking to get the numbers up on the gym wall. So we're really excited about it. I think we have a lot of talent. We have a lot of excitement on the team and just good numbers compared with what we've had in the last couple of years.
Sounds like it's going to be a great season.
Everything is different this year with COVID, and that is no different for Lakeside Lutheran's A Cappella. The big spring break choir trip to Arizona was canceled. However, they were fortunate enough to take a weekend trip to Minocqua.
So this year was supposed to be A Cappella's big choir tour trip, but we didn't get to have that because of COVID. So in place of that, Mr. Beege decided to just plan a special weekend trip for only seniors. So this past weekend, we went up to Rhinelander and Minocqua and sang at a couple churches there. So we left on Saturday the 27th and we drove up there. We made one stop at a rest stop and they gave us bagels. That was nice. And then when we got to Minocqua, we stopped for lunch and we got to kind of just walk around, pick somewhere to eat. Then we went bowling, which was really fun. We got to play a couple of games and that was just nice to get to hang out with everybody. We checked in at the hotel and we got all ready for church. And then we went to Zion and Rhinelander and we sang that night at their Saturday night church service. And all the members were just super happy to see us singing and the songs went great. And they fed us a nice dinner afterwards, so that was a really cool experience. We went back to the hotel and some of us got to swim for a little bit. And then we got some pizza and everybody pretty much went to bed to get ready for the early morning the next day.
Okay, so the second day we had to wake up pretty early because then we were going to church, Trinity Minocqua. And then after that, we got on the bus and we went mini golfing, and that was a lot of fun. It was a little bit of a cheesy place, but they had all these like different challenges for each hole, and that was a lot of fun. We were all really tired by the end, but it was a lot of fun.
Thank you to Zion Lutheran and Trinity in Minocqua for welcoming our a cappella choir. On campus, we have had 2 visitors for an extended period of time. We have 2 student teachers, Ms. Morgan Polbicki and Ms. Elena Mueller. Ms. Polbicki has been with Mrs. Crockless, and Ms. Mueller has been with Mrs. Schomer. To learn more about their experience, we talked to Ms. Mueller.
I guess people ask me all the time what my dream call would be, and I don't really know. Like, I think I could see myself teaching middle school or high school, maybe English, maybe Spanish, I don't know. It's just kind of exciting to see what God has planned for me. Lakeside is great. Since my first day, I've just been so impressed by the student body, the faculty. Everyone has just made me feel so welcome and at home here, and it's just been a really enjoyable experience.
Thank you guys for all of your help around Lakeside, and we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. And now, for those of you who are interested, here's a short video about Scrip at Lakeside.
Scrip is a gift card program that's, I guess it's established as a fundraiser, but it's used more for tuition assistance here at Lakeside, and I mean basically buying gift cards that you would buy anyways and then getting a rebate back on it. Not only does it assist Lakeside in their tuition assistance, but it can, the rebates that you get back, which the rebate is, the best way to explain it, I guess, each company and card has a different rebate percentage. So I'll use one, Culver's is 10%. So that means if you buy $100 worth of gift card, you pay $100 for it, you get $100 for it, but then at the end of the year when we collect all the rebates for the year, Lakeside gets $5 of that, and then you get that $5, the person who bought the card. So that $5 can be put towards tuition, it can be put towards lunch, it can be cash back or a check, or it can be donated back to Lakeside to tuition assistance. The way you sign up for Scrip is, if you come to my window, I give you one of these, and it kind of explains what everything is, and there's a website, it's called shopwithscrip.com, and you can go around there. I tend to have people poke around that website since everyone does online things, and then they can ask me any kind of questions, because it's kind of a big program, and to explain every single detail, I know I would miss so many. It's stuff you're buying anyways. I always tell people, if you just do gas and grocery even, I always laughed, my kids are all in college now, but I said, my kids like to eat, and they do like to be taken around everywhere, and we need, to get places. So gas and groceries are always like top of the list. Everything else is kind of extra and above. The Scrip office is located across from the cafeteria in Lakeside, so you would come in near the main office, you come through the main office, and then you would go left, and it is pretty much right here on your right.
Hey, Mrs. Berger, how are you doing today?
Hey, how are you? I just need you to sign.
And now, you're in the loop. We'll be back next week with more Lakeside News.
Until then, for Brock Schneider, I'm Jacob Riedel.